Okay, we're going to turn and do a little bit of harmonization. So turn to page 61 and 62 in your books. Let me turn you guys. There you go. Okay, so we're going to start with 4-18. And if you read right by the harmonization, using tonic 1, dominant 5-7 or 5-6-5, and subdominant 4 or 4-6-4 chords, harmonize the following melodies with the indicated accompaniment style. Write the Roman numeral name, everything that you've done before, and then just want that block accompaniment. You can play in half notes, or if you want to, you can play in whole notes. Okay? Take a look through it. I'm going to grab my pencil while you guys are doing that. Okay? All right. So think about what you would be looking for each chord. So obviously, with the 1, and I'm going to write this right here, looking for scale degrees 1, 3, and 5. For 4, 1, 6, and 4, and for 5, 7, you're going to be looking for, in this case, 7, and then 4, 5, 2 can be thrown in there. Okay, so you'll be looking for those notes in the melody and be looking for the specific notes and see which chord is most likely to fit in. So let's take a look through it and we'll write in the chords. We're not going to worry about the transposition today. We're just going to focus on figuring the chords out. So in the very first measure that they just have F. That can fit, so that's scale degree 5, which could fit with 1 or 5-7, but we have to start with tonic at the beginning. It'd be very awkward to not. And we're going to keep 1 all the way to the first 2 beats of the second full measure. Okay? Now we just have G in the key of B flat major. G is scale degree 6. That only fits in a 4 chord. Okay? All right. So 4 chord, E flat major, and some sort of inversion. Now when we go back to F, I would strongly suggest a 1. Although you could do a 5-7 there if you want to. I'm going to stick on 1 and just leave us in suspense for the 5-7 for a long time. But you could do a 5-7 as long as in the 4th full measure, where before it says NC, you switch back to 1. Or you can switch in measure 5. As long as the chords make sense and you aren't just like hopping on 4 chords randomly, then that's fine. So 5, definitely back to 1. We have our main melody. We're going to keep that all the way till C in measure 6. So C is scale degree 2. That only fits in a 5-7 chord. You can only have scale degree 2 in a 5-7 chord, and we're going to keep that all the way through right here. Okay? Whoops. So then we go back to our original melody. So we want 1 all the way through the beginning of 10. Then we have that G pattern again. G is 6, right? So we're going to have a 4. Oops. A little bit backwards. And then we're going to go back to probably a 1, although 5-7 is possible. But if we look at measure 12, the last part of it with that E flat is scale degree 4. It could go either way. It could go for 4 or 5-7. I'm going to personally stick to 1 and 4. So in measure 12, I'm going to have 1 on that tied over F and 4 on that E flat. So then I can go back to 1, and then on C is 5-7, then to 1. Okay? As long as your chords make a decent amount of sense, and if I ask you about them, you could back them up, then that would be fine. Okay? All right. So what I want you to do first, let's read through the right hand. So we've got to worry about our B flats and our E flats. Other than that, everything else is white notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. would suggest doing the right or the left hand chords in that same pattern that we talked about with the 1, 4, 1, 5, 7 cadences before. 1, 4, 1, and we have 5, 7, doing that. Okay? So what I want you to do is pause this video, and play the left hand chords by themselves to stay comfortable, and then try putting the hands together. When you feel comfortable, play this video again and check them with me. Okay? Okay, if you're playing this video, then I'm assuming you've worked on putting these hands together. Okay? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, alright. That being said, I'm going to pause this right here, and in the next video we're going to go right on and do Shall We Gather at the